Who's my baby? So as you guys know, this is Theo. He's my best friend, right? My best friend. Always got my back, huh? Yeah, so you guys know, if you watch Lance's vlogs, that Theo and I have a very, very strong relationship. Strong enough to where he even brings me my own hair ties. Thank you. Are you telling me my hair looks bad? Huh? You can't play with this. This isn't a toy, I'm sorry. So the title of this video says, Losing My Best Friend. Before Theo, and when I used to live at home, I used to have other pets. About like 2 years ago, 2 dogs that we had, they're no longer at the house. My one dog named Kendall, she went through a lot. A while back, my mom ended up rescuing her. So I'd appreciate it if you'd stop attacking me so I can talk about someone other than you. Theo, do you want a treat? So my mom ended up rescuing Kendall when she was a puppy. So Kendall, when she was a really, really, really tiny puppy, her entire litter was attacked by a bigger dog. Her whole litter, and including her parents, were attacked by another dog. Her parents and puppies passed away, but the dog ended up biting her head and hitting something and making her paralyzed in her paws. So my neighbor ended up calling my mom and was like, hey, they had this dog at a shelter. If no one picks her up by tonight, they're gonna end up putting her to sleep, because there was absolutely no hope for her whatsoever to ever be able to walk again. So my mom went to the shelter and ended up rescuing Kendall. She brought her home, and when she first brought her home, Kendall could not walk at all. Her front paws were paralyzed, so anytime she tried to move, she would literally just tumble over or fall. My mom ended up teaching her how to use her paws that she couldn't feel, and she could scoot and learn how to walk a little bit. To go out and go potty, to eat, to get water, anything. But after a while of Kendall not being able to feel her paws, she started eating them. I know, eating them. What? Yeah, sounds disgusting. She would literally eat at her paws like she had like chicken or something attached to her. So she couldn't feel it and she was eating it. We didn't know if she was enjoying the taste or what it was, but my mom took her to the vet. They wrapped her paw in like this stuff to get her to stop eating it. And they told my mom to keep it on her paw for about like a month. That way her mind would basically like forget about it. Nope. After a month, when she took off the wrapping, she started eating again. It got so bad to where it would have started getting infections and getting in her bloodstream and ending up killing her. So they ended up amputating her arm. So here's Kendall with only one leg in the front. So after Kendall not being able to walk at all to being able to walk on both paws to only having one leg left to walk on, she ended up doing it. She ended up teaching herself, with my mom's help of course, how to walk, going potty, and getting her food. But once again, she started eating that paw. So it got so bad to a point again to where they had to get the other arm amputated. My mom was trying really hard to try to get like a wheelchair for her basically. So it's like wheels in the front, so basically she just kicks her leg in the back and the wheels in the front move. But she was so tiny that it was really hard to find one. They were really expensive. So she taught herself how to then walk with only her back feet. So how she would do it was kind of like lay on the ground and only move her back feet. So she would kind of like move her back feet and then move her upper body a little bit and then like keep doing that until she got to where she needed to go. If she was on like the hardwood floor, she would just like scoot her butt and the front of her would just slide. But recently, Kendall ended up passing away, and for some reason that night my mom could just tell that Kendall was not acting herself. She ended up calling me. I said goodbye to Kendall. About 30 minutes later she texted me and she was like, she's gone. I also had another dog named Jake. So we have Dexter, Kendall, and Jake. Dexter is actually still alive and he's the oldest. Anyway, with Jake, my mom would walk the dogs all at the same time and not on a leash. They didn't need to be on leashes because we were in our backyard and they knew our backyard and just wouldn't run. Like if we had a backyard, I would let Theo just run if I'm right there watching them. But Jake started losing his mind, like literally. He would attack my mom out of nowhere because he like didn't recognize her, because after like a minute or two of like attacking her, he would like step back and like lick her and like almost remember, like, oh, I remember who you are. But it got to a point that when my mom would walk all 3 dogs, Jake would just wander off, and then he would come back like the next day. My mom tried putting him on a leash, and anytime my mom would put him on a leash, he would literally like try attacking her, so she couldn't walk him because he wouldn't let her put the leash on him. So my mom ended up taking Jake to a shelter that would help him, of course, and I sadly have no idea where he is today. And this is why I think Theo and I have such a strong relationship, because I know how to handle dogs and everything. But enough of this sad story. I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little more about my life and a little bit about my past. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. He is attacking my arm now because he wants to play. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to be posting a lot more on this channel. I am so sorry that I've been slacking, but I love each and every single one of you. So please hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys next time.